Good Monday morning, everyone. How are you? Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, whoever else is on here. I want to say good morning. Good morning. You are listening to Faith Cafe, where we take a cool sip of God's grace and mercy as we walk through this thing called faith. I first want to do a shout out to Hunger Resource Network. Yesterday, I went to a community event where we were at Sunset Foods and we were welcoming families and parents, people, shoppers who were willing to purchase a bag of groceries for $35, and that bag of groceries was going to feed 160 children. Our quota was to get 160 bags for each child, and we made it to 100. We also got a lot of donations, so those donations are going to also add to the number of bags. So it was a wonderful, wonderful event to tackle food insecurities. It was amazing. I'm trying to get to my site, guys, while I'm waiting. But today is Monday, November the 13th. And guess what's happening? Thanksgiving is coming up. So those bags were to go toward those children. So for the holidays, which is going to be really, really great. Um, Here I go. Okay. I am live on Real Renita D, and I'm trying to make sure that I am also live on Measure of Faith. Yes, I am. I am live on Measure of Faith. So, good morning. Good morning. I am slowly trying to get my social media back uh, together. So, let's do our shout outs first. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, let's do our shout outs first. And the shout outs are first and foremost, uh, Chef Marcia Cunningham. If you are in the North Shore area and you are not really wanting to make a turkey, but you will be willing to do the rest of the stuff. She has her annual turkey fry, and I just have to tell you, her turkeys are the bomb. How do I know? Because I was in her kitchen one day. She wouldn't give me the recipe, but I kind of fabricated one just by watching what she does. And I'm telling you, I do this every year. My turkeys are crazy good. Okay. So, also, she will be uh, highlighting her fresh, homemade, wonderful cranberry sauce. It is amazing. She will also be highlighting this year her jerk sauce. Now, let me give you the deadline time. So, the pickup date is Wednesday, November the 22nd. So, guys, you need to be getting your orders in now. I have to put my order in as well. I definitely want some of the jerk sauce, and I'm not going to have a holiday without her cranberry sauce because it is amazing and you can use it all year round. I already have, I was at a store and they had this, actually a restaurant, and they had this turkey, cranberry, uh, bacon sandwich, and it was okay. But the cranberry sauce wasn't chef's, and I could tell the difference. And you know what? I didn't like it because it didn't have chef's. I'm sorry, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. But anyway, so definitely get your order in so that you will be able to, you don't have to worry about the turkey. The turkey will be done. You got an amazing cranberry sauce that you can use on any and everything throughout the year. And the jerk sauce, come on now. If you really want to make some jerk chicken and you need some sauce, that's the place to go. All right. So let's see. Let me see if I can get, okay. So whole turkeys, 45. Turkey, no, 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 no. Let me see. I can't see this. It's so small. Let me see if I can make it a little larger. Okay. Um, I think the whole turkeys are 85, turkey breast 55, and if you want a chicken, it's 30. So go to her website, which is Marcia's Caribbean Cuisine. Marcia's Caribbean Cuisine. Her phone number, if you just want to call her, because she is off today. So if you want to call her and place your order, her number is 224-772. I think I'm spelling this right. 70 something 5. You know I'm bad. I am so bad. I will give you the number in just a second. But anyway, that's the first shout out. All right. So the next one, Tammy Smith. She has a new CD out. And if anything, guys, you will want to get this CD not only for yourself, but also to share it with someone else, because Living Inside Me is just a wonderful, wonderful CD. It is her newest CD. So, please, please have make sure that you get it. I'm still trying to find Chef's phone number, guys. Give me a second. I talk to her almost every day. You'd think I would know it by heart, but again, we're so spoiled with phones and everything that we don't do that. All right. So, in order to get your order in, text her or call her. Okay. Probably text will be better, so she will have a record of it. But the number is 224-772-7015. Again, 224-772-7015. All right. Anthology coming out. Stay tuned. It is coming. It is going to be amazing. I can't tell you any more about it. I am just excited about being a part of it. A Rose in Concrete, C. Marie. Awesome book. If you need to just be encouraged about making a shift in your life, you're at a crossroads and you really don't know, and you need some encouragement, this is an awesome book. It is a 31-day, step-by-step, just account of pretty much just the overcoming and the steps that you take. I love it. I love it. Yes, it is my cousin, and I love her for being so transparent, but it is an amazing, amazing book. Okay, last one, Coach to Go. That's my app, guys, my coaching app. It's available on Android as well as iPhone. So please upload it, share it with someone. If you know someone that is at the crossroads, like I said, and they would love to be coached, but they don't have the time, or they're not sure, go to the app. Check out my 5 free posts that I give out, and see if this is something that will be interesting to you. And the thing that I like about it, Coach to Go, you can do it on your own time. You can do it when you are in the car. You can listen to these, the audios. You can text me. I am available. Once you subscribe and you want to be a part of this, it is an amazing app. So please, please check it out. What else can I tell you? I'm just excited about it. So if you want coaching on your own terms and on your own time, let's talk. Okay. All righty. So I think that is done for that. So let's go and let's get started. I know there was one other thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, the 18th of November, it's a Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Central Time. I will be interviewed by Linda Murray, and she is called The Plug. And if you are connected with me on LinkedIn, you will be able to sign into that. I will be getting a link to that as the day gets closer, and I will post it out. I will also post out Chef's email as well as her phone number again on this site, so you will be able to get it. I will give you Tammy's contact information, and also Rose and Concrete information as well. Okay, so let's get going. Let it go. What do I mean by let it go? Well, I'll tell you, there was a point where I was, and I'm trying yesterday to make sure that Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was trying to good morning, Nefertiti. Good morning, Chef. 18th is a Saturday. So then okay, then it must be the 19th. All right. So I'm glad some people are hearing me. Anyway, so sorry about being late. For some reason it kicked out Faith Cafe. I mean, sorry, Measure of Faith, and I had to go back in and reset it up. So it's kind of, I'm not going to say frustrating, but when you're doing this all on your own, it can be a chore, but I'm loving it because I have so much knowledge and I'm always willing to share. So let it go. So yesterday I was at an event. I told you I was at the fundraiser for, or the drive for Hunger Resource Network. And there was a couple of incidences that happened, and I realized within me personally, I had an issue about it. I literally had to go to someone who I consider in my tribe, and I had to tell me to let it go, because it was still rehearsing in my head and I was having a problem with it. I started thinking about these things over here. I started thinking about past feelings. I was really into this thing, and I had to get out, and I had the wherewithal, find my tribe. All right. And I was there with my tribe. So I said to someone, I said, tell me to let it go. And they looked at me and they said, let it go. And I said, okay. And I was very, um, it helped me. It helped me to get myself back because I knew the support was there and I needed to hear it outside of telling myself that. So let it go. So Isaiah 43 and 18. And Isaiah 43 and 18 says, da, 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 remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. And in this, we have to remember where Isaiah was. God was giving him some instruction. And the next verse after that, he really kind of tells him that he's going to be doing a new thing, and that um, you should know this. And that, okay, so let me read the scripture. So the 19th verse says, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? And I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. So God was giving Isaiah some instruction on some things that he needed to do. And Isaiah was kind of stuck. He was kind of thinking about some other stuff that was going on. And God was like, no, no, don't think about that. So in my study, I looked up, because guys, you know that usually when I do my research or my study, I also do my ISA 3.0, which is my software that I tell you guys you should go get. It's free. It is Greek and Hebrew. It will give you everything. It has the numbers for the concordance of Strong's. It's a very good research, especially if you don't want to, if you're financially struggling and you want to get some deeper understanding, this is a great resource. I will tell anybody this. And pretty soon, I'm sure they're going to come out with a 3.1 or 4.0, but it is really, really a good resource. Anyway, so one of the things that it said was, it says, do not be mindful of the former things and do not consider those preceding. Okay, it's on my other computer. All right. So I looked up the words precede, and precede means to be or go or come ahead or in front of. And the Hebrew word is kad, KADMONEE. That is the phonetic spelling of it. Okay. The number is 6931, and it means in Hebrew the things of old. So precede the things of old. How many of us are holding on to old things? We call ourselves moving forward. We say that we're Christians. We say that we have forgiven, but we're holding on to things of old, past hurts, past experiences that were negative. You know, All of these things, we have to be able to step out of those things. We've got to let it go. All right. As we grow, as we move forward, these things we have to let go. I was reading a book when I was in a class, and it was called, I can't remember the name of it, but it talked about remitting and retaining sin. And what it talked about was, and what it meant was that we can be in a space where if we are retaining sin, that whenever that person comes back to us or their name comes up, we start to, our eyes roll. We start feeling all up in our body about this thing, those visceral reactions, those that remind us of a past experience. Or are we remitting the sin? So we can retain it or we can remit it. And when we remit it, we let it go. We release it. So when that person or that event comes back up again, it is not something that will cause us to be distracted. All right. And so I realized that a past event in my life caused me to retain the sin. Okay. So yesterday I needed somebody to tell me to let it go, to remove it. I needed to remit this thing. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. We have to be in a space where we can do those things. All right. Okay. So let's see. The other word that they talked about is mindful. Mindful, that word in Hebrew is zakar. Zawkar. Again, this is the phonetic spelling. All right. The number is 2142. So it's H2142 because these are all Hebrew words. All right. Because this is an Old Testament scripture. All right. And it says to remember or to mention. So if we are mindful and we keep talking about things, we keep bringing it up, we have to find somebody to talk to about it. You know, we it's in our head and we have to keep speaking it out. When we do that, we are constantly rehearsing the thing and it will always keep us in a stuck state because we cannot get past those feelings. We cannot get past those emotions that are attached to whatever that thing is. All right. So we have to not do that. We have to continue to um, release those things. We cannot allow the things in the past, like the scripture says, remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. All right. Consider. Another word I looked up. I was like, okay, so what does it mean to really consider? Consider, the phonetic spelling of it is Bene, Bene. So it could be Bene or Bene or something to that um, a, to that account. The number is H995. Now, this number that I'm giving you is for your research for your Strong's Concordance. Okay. So this is the research. This is the number where you can find out exactly what this word meant when it was written in the Hebrew language. Because the thing that I find is that King James Version is not, it's a version. I'm just going to call it that. It's a version. So the translation of it, sometimes the Hebrew words get lost in the translation. So I like to go back because that's where I get the real meat of what the word was saying and how it was expressed. Okay, so this is what I'm giving you. So that number is H995. Okay, and it means to separate mentally, be cunning, to mark. Now, I know some of you have heard someone say, older people say, mark my word. All right. That means you consider that word. You are focused on that word. Mark my word. This is going to happen. All right. Don't forget it. And when you think about this, to separate mentally, think about when you get frustrated, okay? Or something happens negative that you remember. You separate everything about it and you compartmentalize it. That's what you're doing. You're compartmentalizing it. And when you compartmentalize, then you have a focus. When you have a focus, that causes you, I'm sorry, guys, I'm trying to get to a website here. When you focus on that thing, again, you're back in that space. You are not, you're stuck. You're now held captive of this thing that is causing you the frustration or the anguish or the grief, whatever it is. Okay. So if you're in there and that's what's going on, you're rehearsing this thing. We have to get out of that. So as a believer, I'm going to leave you now. Yeah, it's November the 19th. I'm going to leave you now. But as a Christian, as a believer, we have to understand that when transgressions come, when frustrations come, when we are in a space where we find that we're getting offended, we have to learn to let it go. We have to let it go. Because when we let it go, then and only then can we move forward. After talking to the person that I consider one of my tribe sisters, I was able to move forward because I got a clearer understanding, as well as just to be able to have that person say something to me. I always talk about a tribe, and you have to make sure that that tribe is a group of people or one person, whoever it may be, that you value what they say and you're willing to receive whatever it is that they have to say to you. Okay? Because that's how we grow. That's how we grow. All right, everyone. It is 23 after. I think I have done everything that I was called to do for this morning. So you again, oh, I have a really good quote. Okay. I heard this on a talk radio show, and I can't remember the name of the person. Um, but this person has their own I guess podcast or whatever, and they posted this, and it says, if you carry bricks from your past, hold on, let me see. If you carry bricks from your past, if you're carrying bricks from your past, you will end up building the same house, but in a different location. If you're carrying the bricks from the past, you will end up building a house, the same house, but in a different location. So when we want to move and when we call ourselves growing and glowing and all of this, and we're going into the next thing that God has for us, are we carrying the old bricks? If we're carrying the old bricks, we're going to get the same result. You can carry the lessons learned, but don't carry the brick. The brick has weight to it. You're going to need space to build and grow and learn. And you can't do that when you're carrying that heavy brick. All right. So you have been listening to Faith Cafe, where you have gotten or you will get a sip of God's grace and mercy as we walk through this thing called faith. I am your host, Renita D. Davis, and I am walking this thing with you hand in hand. All right. So I want to say good morning. Have a wonderful day. And remember, let it go.